Hey team, welcome to your weekly update. I have quite a few things to get through today to ensure that everybody's on the same page and we can do business as best we can this week and going forward. Big news, obviously, with the governor's update. Things are changing as far as mask mandates and things like that. I know everybody's got the question of what changes are we going to make in-house. As of now, we're not going to make any changes for the team so much as far as masks go, just because we're very much in close quarters oftentimes with each other, especially at the hospital and exam rooms and things like that. So for team members, it is still required to wear a mask inside especially whenever you're next to individuals less than 6 feet in exam rooms and things like that, or other spaces. So please continue to have that. Eventually, if we move on to not requiring, but you can if you'd like to, if that is the choice later down the road, we still are going to need to have our masks on us presently at all times. So whether it be in your pocket or something like that, just in case a client is uncomfortable. This is going to be kind of a new normal for us to, at least if we ever made a change, to not be required. Just know that that won't go away for a very long time, more than likely. So just be prepared for that. I don't want anybody just sitting on their seat ready to go and like never have to wear this thing again. You really need to keep it on you, so clients can feel comfortable and such like that, especially if they're immunocompromised and such like that. So everybody's situation is very different. So I want everybody to be aware of that and just, know that in advance. For now, we will require face masks still within the practice for our team. It will be optional for clients. So for them, they can choose to or not choose to. It is up to them. They can also choose to still continue using curbside if they choose. However, we will reopen the lobby back to the public. I do think this will be much easier for our team, especially during these really hot months that we're about to experience. You all remember last year running curbside, very busy as we are, and being extremely hot. So really, ideally, it's more ideal to have the clients come back inside, wait in our lobby and such like that, unless they really choose to, which again, we'll have to be very much on top of our game and still use the plan that we have in place for curbside until further notice. If people are inside, right in the lobby for that particular spot that car is in, and writing down, the same thing you're writing down now for curbside where the patient is and that kind of thing in spot, which doctor it's for. That way we can have true accountability of our lobby, or lobbies in this case, because it might be our internal lobby and maybe some in the parking spaces too, which will be, somewhat difficult to keep up with, but at least we won't be outside as much in the heat and the weather and such as we are now, as we look into these hotter months coming up. So that is the plan for now. Again, kind of back to capacity as far as like if they want to bring, another person with them for their exam, that is fine. It is going to be optional for the client, still required by team to wear a mask. And again, they can choose to do curbside, but overall we will just be practicing like normal. We will not get rid of that curbside desk that's there. Hopefully we can utilize that team member there to obviously watch the parking lot, since we still will have the option for curbside, and maybe we can utilize that space as well for like quick checkouts and such, for like food and RX pickups and anything we find useful like that. So I know your department managers are going to give you more specific instructions on flow change and things like that, but I wanted to get that information out to you, and then again set you up for success for the future, and knowing that we will need to have our personal masks on us, at least on our person, if anything were to ever change as far as not requiring the mask anymore for team. Okay, so that's that. We will reopen the lobby as I've just spoken about as of Monday. So I will put on this message to make sure that we all have read this update by the Monday, actually, since it's short and sweet, but it has information pertaining to Monday specifically, so it's very, very important that we all are on the same plan for this. We will need to turn around the benches and all these other things and kind of get ready for people back in the lobby again, which is obviously a big deal, but it won't take too much time, so don't be too concerned there, and we'll definitely help. So I will be getting with department managers and assistant managers to help execute that plan as quickly as possible, to make some of these changes, mostly tomorrow and over the weekend. The next part I want to talk about is just a little bit of a construction update and keep you guys really in the loop. As you've all noticed and have started using, the break room is fully functional now. We have our refrigerators and everything in there now, and even our lockers. So it's really nice to be able to see different faces over in other parts of the practice where we normally don't. I'm really excited about that. and I love getting to see us, using a great space again, where I feel like it's nice for us to be able to kind of come together. We don't have to worry about being all on top of each other so much. We have room. So that's really nice. Vending machines, Coke machines, everything's all there. Your lockers and things. The last piece to probably move over is decorative pieces and things, and some of those purse racks and things like that for those of you who can't fit those things into your locker. So it'll come together. It's not quite 100% done. We need 2 more locker sets too to make it complete. But overall, it's really coming together. Thanks so much to Bennett and Nick and Amber for working on that to make it useful for us. Please thank them. The little room right next to the new break room is kind of like our activities room. The room is complete as far as painted and finished and all those things. So next we're looking for furniture to furnish it appropriately. And as of now, it is being discussed to be utilized as a full service, like over-the-counter room, where we can open up back exam rooms to doctors for use as we've become busier and busier, and allow for plenty of room and space for the over-the-counter appointments to be had in a quiet space, and potentially for discharges and use like that, and potentially acupuncture as well. So that's kind of the talking points right now as we figure out. I just want to keep you guys in the loop and keep things going and flowing. The next thing to change after that is to put in some temporary workspaces for doctors into the old break room, dropping lines and things like that to make it just somewhat functional, not quite pretty, but functional for the doctors to use while we get started in their office, and reorganizing that space as well to hopefully get 7 seats in that workspace, and then we'll work on the 2 exam rooms that'll be in that old break room at that point. So that's really exciting news. I wanted to just make sure I had that all out to you guys. I know the question too a lot is revolving around this piece about the drinks and the drink table and things like that, and that rack on the wall that used to be in the old break room, or currently still is and still being utilized. For now, it is fine. That can continue to be used for this time. We are going to work on building a walkway from the old break room door, back door outside, to the new break room back door, so that you can have a quicker space and don't have to go through the lobbies and get stuck with clients and pets and all those things like that when you do need to go on break for a moment, or for your lunch break or anything like that, and you have it's not so much traffic through the lobbies and such, because there will be congestion that way at times, especially during busy times. So that is a work in progress. It will take time. Please bear with us through this progress. It is all in best interest of our patients and clients, and of course team, to make it as comfortable as possible, user-friendly and such like that. There is going to be the coffee and the water and such opening back up soon up front, so if you do need a quick sip or something like that, once that does become available, we can utilize that as well. Okay. Lastly, just a quick reminder, please RSVP if you have not yet done so for our crawfish boil on May 8th, 1 to 9 p.m. at the Shilling Shack. It's going to be tons of fun and great food, guys. We love these opportunities. I'm so glad that we're getting back to this after COVID has kind of at least somewhat calmed down, to where we can get back out there and get to know each other a little bit better on a personal level, and just see each other and have fun, because that's what makes a really great team for us. This is what we do, and we love it, and it's so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. So please, like I said, just RSVP. Even if it's a no, that's great. We just want to know. We're shopping this week for this event, so really need a great head count to be able to make this, the event we want to make it for everybody. All right, guys, thank you so much for everything. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next time.